Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of these videos. Welcome back guys, hope you're all doing well. Now, this is going to be another discussion video, which is what the previous videos like this one were meant to be. That's what they, were. They're the kind of videos they were, or are, or whatever. And this video is going to be another one of them. Okay, so what I'd like to discuss in this video is just a bit about whether you'll be able to fight back, or like in terms of combat, or if there won't be any of that. Like, will there be combat, in other words, or will there not be combat? Now, I've read some Reddit statements, comments, recently, and I've also watched a couple of YouTube videos about this that have showed information come from gun media themselves. Now, I just want to share my insight on what I think the game should be like, what it should have, if it's going to be the type of game that has no combat, as much as Friday the 13th the game has combat. I mean, in that game you can fight back pretty much whenever you want with whatever weapon you pick up until you get killed by Jason or whatever. So in this game, it's going to be completely different. That's what I read and heard anyways, and that's that's what I've read and heard, obviously, so that's why I'm saying this now. I think, like, the reason I want to fight back in a game like this is because if you can't fight back, then like, there's Outlast, you can't fight back in those games, and then there's a couple of other ones where you can't fight back. It's purely stealth based, more so than if relying on combat to save you in your situation. Now, without combat though, people seem to think it takes away the horror of the game. Now, it does and does not do that. Okay, it does a bit of both, rather than one of them only, I mean, it depends on how you look at it, right? So, with F13 the game, there are so many weapons that you can use. Like one weapon each time. Like a baseball bat, a wooden branch, a small one, but a wooden branch nonetheless. A pot, a pan, like a frying pan, a very small one, but a frying pan. A machete, an axe, and a wrench, maybe a few other things, 2x4, plank of wood, and maybe one or two other things, different types of weapons. I think, like, in Friday the 13th game, though, like, fighting back is, like, it's done a lot, and a lot of the time it's not done that much. I mean, probably at this point, most people would be, would know how to fight back. I've seen low ranks try to fight back and they've died straight away. But the point, my point is that they fight back. Now, this can be used to troll Jason. Make him look silly, make the player look silly. I can understand that. Um, point. I can understand that because I've seen it happen. Now, like, can you fight back a bit, too many times in Friday 13? Maybe you can. Okay, maybe you can. But I think, like, it's still a horror game at the end of the day. It's not going to take that away. It's a horror game. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe you can fight back a bit much in the game and it might get a bit repetitive. I don't like saying that though because I really like fighting back. Some people don't like fighting back. Some people like trying to escape or repair the car or the boat or whatever. And in this Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, you're probably going to be repairing vehicles. You might be able to set a trap for the killer. That's whether he steps in it or not. I don't know if he's going to just see the trap and just stand in the bear trap lying right there. If it's going to be like that, I don't know if that's going to happen like that. But one of the developers for the game said in a statement something along the lines of the combat is going to be different in this game. There won't be combat unless you need to use it. Now, when they say unless it's necessary, in other words, that's what they were implying, right? So maybe in a very bad situation, if you're about to get grabbed, you might have the chance to sort of fight back once maybe, and then your weapon might break. Something like that, just like every so often you might be able to either pick up a weapon or find a weapon. Finding a weapon every so often makes more sense than picking up a weapon because you may as well just be able to pick up a weapon anywhere if it's like every so often kind of thing. So every so often you might come across a weapon depending on how well they're sort of spawned into the map. If you find a certain weapon, you might be able to use it. Or if someone else takes your weapon and they use it, you may have to run away and try and fix a car while they're trying to fight off the killer or killers. Because from my understanding, there are going to be 3 killers. Now, I don't know how many survivors there are going to be roughly in this game. Maybe 5 or 6. How many survivors were in the original movie? I can't really remember. I don't know. There was the main girl and a few other people. Maybe not a group of friends or something like that, but characters from the movie, just the good guys, not the killers. Maybe it was just the main girl by herself, that type of character, along with the likes of a sheriff who tried to take down Leatherface, or the Sawyer family is what they're called. The name of them is the Sawyer family. That's what the name of the family is. Now, like, okay, so we haven't got any gameplay or anything like that about the game, so that kind of just like, we don't know too much about, that much about the game. We don't know much about the game apart from what we were told about it so far. Now we got told a bit about the game, but not too much. At the same time, it's kind of hush hush kind of thing for now. You know, but that'll probably change in the next couple of months, possibly weeks, half a year. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long this game has been in development for. Possibly a few years. I think that's what I've heard. I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments below if I am wrong about that. If you want to let me know how long the game has been in development for, you can do so by commenting below about that. Okay, so I just want to say this as well. I'm not sure if they're gonna put this in the game or add the ability of this in the game. I don't know if they're gonna do this, but if it happens that the combat is narrowed down like a good bit, in Friday the 13th you can fight back whenever you want, pretty much until the weapons run out, if they even do that. I'm pretty sure they do, because yeah, I mean, it makes sense for that to happen. So because you can fight back a lot in Friday the 13th game, like, obviously this game is going to be different compared to that. Like, it's going to have a certain effect. Not effect, it's just going to be very different when we see gameplay and when we play it for ourselves, which I may or may not do. I just want to play a good survival horror game where you can fight back in some way. I don't really care what it is once it's decent, once it's a decent game, a fun game, because that's all we want at the end of the day. It's a game that we want to enjoy. Most of us, the majority of us, want that to, be the case. Now, what I want to talk about next is, I was going to mention it, but then I started talking about that. The thing I was talking about now, a couple of seconds ago. Now, let's say now, how will I just say this fairly? If it happens that the combat is just narrowed down a good bit, you can't really, the game's not going to rely on combat, for the most part, let's say, because you're not going to go in beating up the killer with a baseball bat or an axe or a machete, 4 or 5 people doing that. It's not going to be like that. I know that myself, right? I don't need to be told that. I already am aware that it's not going to be like that, because it didn't happen in the movie. I have watched the movie years ago. Pretty sure I watched the full thing. I know I know enough. I know enough about the movie to know that the game will not be like Friday 13th, the game. In terms of combat, anyway. I mean, maybe in terms of escape, like without a boat, maybe, because it's not set on a camp. It's set out in the middle of nowhere, like the countryside or whatever. Um, a different setting, you know. So, you know, yeah. But anyway, my point is, if you can't, if it happens that they make the game where you cannot like fight back that much as whoever wants it to happen, um, you know, as much as most people who ever wanted to happen wanted to be like that. If it's not as if you can't fight back as much as people want, you know, that to happen. People who want it to happen are going, in other words, are going to want to fight back. If you can't fight back as much as they're hoping, those people, those select few out there who want that to happen, well, maybe instead of it being like a one life system, which Friday the 13th clearly is, the game clearly is, what they should do. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they're going to do this. They probably won't because it seems very far fetched. But, I mean, I'll be surprised if this game actually has this. Like, they could make it like this, maybe. I don't know how easy or difficult it would be. I'm not a game developer and I don't know too much about that stuff, if I'm being honest. But since they are game developers, like, and they didn't do this with Friday the 13th game, maybe they can give it a shot with this game. Try it out in a beta and maybe get rid of it, you know, remove it or whatever, if it happens to not, you know, work out. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't know if they're gonna see this video. Probably not. It's very unlikely. But unless some other big YouTuber mentions it, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have asked them about it. I haven't got a response back yet. I'm not. I don't think. I haven't checked. Probably not though, because they receive a lot of questions about the game. They can only respond to a select few of questions. You know, a select amount of questions that they can respond to or do respond to, that they choose to respond to. You know, so it's a bit of a funny one, but I want you to be able to spawn back into the game. So if you if you die, just spawn back. Like, like obviously this kind of kills the realism that the game is going to meant to have. It's going to, you know, have the realism that it's supposed to have when it comes out. But I mean, it's just a game. Like, it's not real. Like, the character is not really dying, and there's not really a person going around in a mask killing people. So, or, you know, like Leatherface. So what I would want is to spawn back, for the whole lobby to be able to spawn back at least 2 or 3 times. Maybe 3, because that sounds fair. If you die after 3 times, however, that would be it. Then you would have to wait. But if you keep if you keep being able to come back, I mean that's pretty cool. Like I'd like to see that feature. Now I know a lot of people would probably not like to see that because they'd be like, "Oh, well, if you can come back, it's not fair on the killers." I mean, well, in Friday maybe it wouldn't have been fair, but this game is going to have 3 killers. What happens if those 3 killers go after one survivor? You have a problem there. I'll tell you exactly what that problem is. If you're trying to, and it can actually become a problem, if you, one survivor, are trying to like find car parts for example, I don't know if you're going to be able to fix a phone box, probably, but I'm just going to use a car for an example for this one. If you're trying to fix a car and you have to find car parts and you come across a car battery, let's say, but the 3 killers have, let's say, finished everybody off in the lobby, right? Let's say they're dead. And you're the only one left. So, okay, you're gonna have to, like, you might not be able to fight as much as you want to. So running away or hiding would probably be your 2 options there, right? Because I don't know what another option would be if it's not fighting back. I don't know what it would be. I don't know what they're gonna add. I don't know what this game is going to be like. I can't see it. I can't foresee the future, guys. Sorry. However, like, I don't know. I don't know if the developers think about this kind of thing. I've thought about it for a while, but I'm not a game developer, so I don't really like. It's just an idea. Like, it's just an idea, or it's not really a theory because the game probably won't have this feature. Theories are more things that you think the game might have. I mean, I guess they can be things that you want the game to have, but it's usually like things that you think the game might have, theories that might happen, things that might not happen, that kind of thing, as opposed to things that you want the game to have, to have in the game. Kind of 2 different things there, if you ask me. But like the spawn back system, if you die though, I mean, if you have 3 killers on you, which will probably happen at some point in the game, I would assume, because if there's going to be 3 killers, who are they? The cook guy, Leatherface, Bubba, whatever his name is. It's a funny name, but Bubba, Leatherface. That's 2 killers, and then there's the hitchhiker. Hitchhiker, what? You might want to hitchhike out of there and go somewhere else. No, that's probably not going to happen. But anyway, my point is, if the 3 of them are coming after, let's say, me, right? I'm going to, well, I can't fight back, right? Let's just say I can't fight back. So what am I going to want to do there? I'm probably going to want to like do something else. To get out of that situation, right? 3 killers coming after me. Like, not 1, not 2, but there will be 3 killers coming after me there in that situation. Like, I'm going to want to fight back, but that's not going to be an option, right? I can't defend myself. So, I mean, I might be able to do it once to 1 killer, but like, that's not enough though. For now, I won't talk about that, but spawn back system, like, if I die, like, if I die, I'm not dead yet. I'm not talking about if I'm dead. I meant to say, if the killers are coming after me, right? I'm going to the car with the battery, and the 3 killers are on me. One of them grabs me, I'm being metaphorical here, because this will probably happen like quite a bit. And a bunch of people will probably be like, oh, this game is stupid. How are you supposed to defend yourself? Because I think that's a reasonable thing to want, honestly. Now, defending yourself, when I say defending yourself, I don't mean like with a shotgun that has one bullet, one round, essentially, like in Friday the 13th, the game. Like maybe 3 shots or something, but you can only use them every 2 or 3 minutes, as opposed to 3 shots in one. So, or 1 bullet per killer. You could shoot each of the 3 killers with a shotgun. But then again, the killers are human, so that may as well kill them, right? That probably wouldn't work out so well because they'd probably be dead. They're not really supernatural killers like Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. They're human beings, but they're hillbilly human beings, but they're cannibals. They're just not, powerful ones. Like the regular, they're still people at the end of the day. They're just cannibal people. So a shotgun to each of them would probably kill them, depending on where you shoot them with the shotgun. Or it could be a rifle, or it could be a pistol, I don't know. I mean, maybe one of the hillbilly cannibals, Leatherface, maybe not Leatherface, one of the other two might have a pistol in their house. You might have to go in there, pick it up, and you might have like a quick time event where you can shoot them. That would be okay, I guess. I'd rather use a melee weapon, but that's probably not going to be that's probably not going to be in the game. Probably not going to be able to do that because they said the combat will be. They didn't say it would be limited. They didn't say you'd be defenseless, that you wouldn't be able to fight back. They just mean like in terms of combat. I do know what they mean. When they say that, I do. It's just what I want to see happen. That's not it. Sorry, that's not it. I want to see maybe not a bunch of people beating up on it. Well, no, that'd be fun actually, but that would be another Friday 13th there, and it would be another mistake. And I don't think these developers want to make another mistake on the game. I understand that. I was frustrated about the lawsuit and everything about Friday the 13th. Everything that happened in that game, I was just as like distraught and annoyed about that situation as the next person who was, annoyed about it. I was, and I hope they don't make the same mistake with this game. And I don't think they're intending to make the same mistake with this game. I don't think so. And I hope they're not. I hope they succeed with this. I do. However, there are things that sort of need to get brought to the attention of you guys, right? So what, do you guys agree with what I'm saying? Am I saying this for no reason? Well, I know I'm not saying this for no reason because I am choosing to say this myself, all of this. So obviously that's my choice. But I don't know, it's just things I want to see. Maybe not a bunch of combat on the killer, okay, maybe not that. I don't know, I mean, that might be a bit too much because they did that with Friday 13 the game. You can beat Jason up whenever you want. Okay, maybe not that exact thing, right? That would probably die down the game and nobody would play it, and it would be the same situation again, right? And we don't want that. Nobody wants that, right? Realistically, nobody wants that. And neither do the developers. That's what I'm assuming. But make it fair. Like, don't make it to where 3 killers can just gang up on the survivors, especially who's left. One person who's left and 3 killers just gang up on them. I don't want to die in that situation because I may as well not even play the game at all. There's just no point, in my opinion. There's no point playing the game if I'm going to get ganged up on by 3 killers. Especially if they're trolls. If they're trolling the survivors, and there are troll killers out there, like, I've heard about a lot of them that exist. It's not just the survivors who are trolls, who troll the killers. It can happen the other way around as well. That can happen. That's a thing as well. But anyway, guys, they were my thoughts, and that they were the things I want to see happen. Whatever you guys want to see happen, let me know in the comments below, okay? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Just don't spam saying that I'm wrong, you're right, that kind of thing. Just don't do that. Other YouTubers want, respectful comments. I want the same, okay? I'm a YouTuber myself. Maybe not as much as most YouTubers out there, but I try my best, right? Anyway, guys, that'll wrap this video up for now. But yeah, this game, will it be good? Will it be bad? I guess there's only one way to find out when the game comes out. Well, I'll have to look up more information about it before I play it myself. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching anyway. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. See you then.